For the majority of our dual-enrolled families, this is a whole new experience. You may have noticed I used the word families. This word is appropriate. At Alpine Online, schooling becomes a familial experience. Students, parents, and teachers play a different role than in traditional education. This can be an exciting time for families as they redefine what education will look like for them. But it can also be a headache figuring out the role of each. Mom, Dad, parents, and students, please view and discuss this presentation together. It will help you both better understand your role and responsibilities. In addition, you will understand the role and responsibilities of the teacher. During this presentation, I will be replacing the title of parent with learning coach. If someone other than a parent is playing this role, please view this with them as well. Before we discuss the role of the student, learning coach, and teacher, let's review some general information that will be important to know. Most courses follow a semester schedule. That is, students receive a Course A and a Course B. Course A should be complete 100% by January 15th. That's Semester 1 with Alpine Online. However, Course B is available upon request when Course A is finished. Should you finish Course A early, you are more than welcome to request the Course B from your teacher. Course B must be at least 80% complete by the end of May. Remember, use the pacing guides to help you stay on track. So, who is responsible for what? Let's begin with the student role. Students are responsible for becoming familiar with the K-12 learning platform and completing their work. The following video, available on the class website, nesonline.us, will help you better understand this role.
Hello, boys and girls. I just wanted to show you how easy it is to get going on your physical science unit. First off, your screen will look different than mine because obviously I'm seeing the teacher view and you'll see the student view.
Parents and students, please note, if you are dual enrolled with Alpine Online, you will be completing your coursework with Alpine Online in the K-12 learning platform. If you are completing your work in Canvas, then you are likely completing work with your local school or teacher. Many schools have offered online courses during the pandemic on Canvas. In that same vein, your local school has kept you on the roll, even if you are attending classes with Alpine Online. This can be extremely confusing because your name is appearing on Skyward as if you were in a class, whereas since you are taking the class with Alpine Online, you're actually not in that class. You may even be receiving updates for courses in Canvas that you're not taking. How can this be happening? All middle school teachers in Alpine School District have been asked to put the majority of their coursework on Canvas. So if the work is being done in class, the teachers are trying to put supporting documentation on their Canvas website. Though some of your online classes are taken through Canvas, not all courses on Canvas are online courses. These are simply copies of materials done in the brick-and-mortar classroom that are placed on the class website for students who may have to be absent or are quarantined with their families. In this way, they can complete the work at home. In many cases, these are simply databases for assignments. They are not online courses. However, since it's not an online class, teachers are not including supporting videos, instruction, textbook readings, etc. This has been a particular struggle for a number of you who are completing science courses. You believe you are completing your work with us, but you're doing the work on Canvas. However, because not all work that is done in the classroom is put on Canvas, you're still failing. That's because you're not doing the right course. Any work you are doing with Alpine Online will be on the K-12 platform. To be perfectly clear, the work you are completing with Alpine Online in the K-12 platform looks like this. If you think you're doing your work with Alpine Online and it's on Canvas, you are not completing the correct assignments. All work will be on the K-12 platform. Students should not get in the habit of skipping large blocks of work. They should complete most of the readings and assignments in the order in which they are provided. Recently, when grading, I noticed that a number of students had completed all of their discussions. Unfortunately, most of their comments had been completed long before the accompanying assignment. There are a number of problems with this practice, one of which is there is no point discussing something about which you know very little. In this case, you run the risk of simply writing for the sake of writing, and it decreases the objectives and quality of the discussion for all of the participants. I noticed the same with two students who had simply gone through the course and completed all of the unit exams without completing any of the supporting assignments or quizzes. Sadly, in these cases, they did very well on the first 2 units, but as they continued forward with the course, their test scores decreased. By the end, they were failing all of their tests. This is a waste of your time and your teacher's time, as they have to grade the work, whether it's done correctly or not. Remember, the goal is to learn. The readings and assignments are not simply hoop jumps. They are there to help you learn. Alpine Online requires that students complete 100% of Part A, that's Semester 1, and at least 80% of Part B, that's Semester 2, with a success rate of 60%, or we hope, more. Alpine Online provides quarterly progress reports to parents that indicate current progress and completion. Learning coaches will receive a progress report at the end of the school year. These reports will indicate if courses have been completed. For the record, learning coaches do not need to rely on the teacher for progress reports. They can see and evaluate both progress and percentages received for themselves when they log into K-12 Online. Students, you are responsible for keeping your learning coach aware of your progress. Let them know days you have worked, how much time you've worked, and where you are at in the course. To help students stay on track, you should use the pacing guides. There are specific pacing guides for 6th, 7th, and 8th. You may download these pacing guides and adjust them to your needs. It will tell you which lessons you should be completing each week to stay on track. Notice how easy it is to make a copy, delete columns, add your own information, and change the dates so that you can complete assignments within the time frame you've allocated for your course. Pacing guides are available for math, science, English, history, most of the core classes. Well, students, do you understand your role with Alpine Online and the K-12 learning platform? Muy bien. Let's move to the learning coach. Have you ever noticed that your teenager, who rolls their eyes as you help them with their math, is like a different person when learning from a math tutor? Why is it so hard to teach your own child? Well, because to them you're not a teacher. You're their parent. And because you're their parent, there's no emotional separation. Everything you say, even the most carefully worded correction, is 100% more personal than if it came from a teacher. It's like if your personal trainer told you to lose 10 pounds versus your spouse telling you to lose 10 pounds. Ouch. You can see how the same message can be received very differently depending on who's saying it. And so, when it comes to teaching your child math, if you struggle, you're not alone. In fact, Even math teachers have a hard time helping their own children with math. In that vein, the role of a learning coach is rather tricky. Pay attention here. If your mother or father is telling you to redo an assignment in their role as a learning coach, try not to take it so personal. What then is the role of the learning coach? Learning coaches should monitor their child's progress. That includes reviewing the instructor feedback on K-12. Learning coaches should encourage their student to stay on track and complete quality work. The following 2-minute video will show you how to check your student's grade and progress, as well as review instructor feedback. This is important information to help learning coaches better help their students.
Wanted to come to you real quick to show how you can keep up on how your kids are doing in any of the courses they're taking through Alpine Online. Make sure that you're checking in on them at least once a week, if not every couple of days. So how you can see how they're doing, there won't be anything on this home page. You will need to go to courses. Then from this page here, you will be able to see what their grade is in their course and what their progress is. And so if they seem like they're doing okay, that may be all you need to see. If their grades aren't doing so well, or you want to see if there's a way that the teachers may be given some information of how they can improve or what they need to work on, then to see that teacher feedback, you'll need to click on the course that you're wanting to look at. You're going to look at it in the student view. So this is what your student sees also, and how they can make sure they're seeing the feedback their teacher is posting for them. So again, right here on the front page, they know what their progress is and what their grade is. Then you'll go to grades. Going to grades in each course will bring up a page that lets them see all of the grades they've gotten on the assignments that have been submitted and any feedback that maybe is there that might give them some ideas of how they can improve or what they should do in the future. So hopefully that helps you feel like you can be on top of what your students are doing in their online classes. Thanks so much.
Learning coaches should request Course B when Course A is finished. Learning coaches should read weekly emails and view videos provided by the teacher. Indeed, the majority of the questions they have will be answered in these videos and may in fact eliminate future problems. Learning coaches are responsible for completing weekly progress forms. These forms are available on the teacher website, nessonline.us, under the tab entitled Weekly Progress Reports. They are also sent in weekly emails. The process of completing the Google form is simple and easy. Please provide as much information as possible, as this will guide your teacher in providing feedback and assisting you in assisting your student succeed. Learning coaches are responsible for taking regular attendance. For your information, hours are recorded as days. Therefore, if you have recorded 5 hours for your student's work, you have recorded 5 days. Learning coaches should post 90 days attendance for their student prior to January 15th and 180 days prior to the end of May. Attendance can be postdated while the course is still open. Well, learning coaches, it's your turn. Do you understand your roles and responsibilities? The success of your child will in large part depend on your willingness to fulfill this role. What an incredible gift you are giving them. Well done. Lastly, let's look at the role of the K-12 teacher with Alpine Online. First, you should note your teacher is not the teacher posted in K-12. Your assigned teacher with Alpine Online will contact the learning coach weekly, if not bi or tri-weekly. Teachers will send updates, instructions, and informative information to learning coaches through email. Past emails that include this information are available on the class website at NES Online under the tab Weekly Updates. Teachers will help learning coaches understand the K-12 learning platform and their role as learning coaches. These instructional videos are available at nesonline.us under the tab Instructional Videos. Teachers will keep grades updated and provide feedback in the K-12 learning platform to improve student learning. Your teacher will be grading all of their students' work in the K-12 platform. Teachers will send emails, as necessary, to learning coaches, including progress reports. Teachers will make monthly phone calls to learning coaches to discuss student progress. If no one is available to receive the call, the teacher will leave a message. Teachers will send quarterly progress reports to learning coaches. And lastly, the teacher will serve as a liaison with K-12 Online to address questions and help with problems as needed. Remember, you're not alone. You have an entire team behind you. These are exciting times, but we do understand they can be frustrating. If you have any questions or need help with anything, please contact your teacher.